Ecclesiastes, King James Version, chapter 1. The words of the preacher, the son of David, the king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labour which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, another generation cometh. But the earth abideth forever. The sun also riseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteneth to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. And it whirleth about continually. The wind returneth again according to its circuit. All the rivers run into the sea is now full, unto the place whence the rivers came, thither they return again. All things are full of labor, and I cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that hath been is that which shall be. That which was done is that which shall be done. So there's no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof is said, see, this is new? It hath been of old time which is before us. So there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall be any remembrance of things that are to come, that those shall come after. I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. The soul travail God gave to the sons of men to exercise their labor. And I have seen all works that are done under the sun. Behold, all is vanity and a vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight. That which is wanting cannot be numbered. And I communed with my own heart, saying, Lo, I have come to great estate, and I have gotten more wisdom than all that had been before me in Jerusalem. And my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. Madness and folly. I perceive that this also is a vexation of spirit. For much wisdom is much grief. He that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. And I said in my heart, Go to now, I'll prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this is also vanity. I said of laughter, it is mad, and mirth, what doeth it? I sought in my heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquainting my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, that I might see that what was good for the sons of men, what they should do under heaven all the days of their life. And then I made me great works. I built me houses, I planted vineyards, and made me gardens and orchards. I planted trees in them of all kinds of fruits. I made me pools of water to water with the wood that bringeth forth trees. I got me servants and maidens, had servants who were in my house. Also a great possession of great and small cattle, above all that were before me in Jerusalem. I gathered me also silver and gold, a peculiar treasure of kings, and the provinces. I got me men singers, women singers, and the delights of the sons of men, as musical instruments, and that of all sorts. So I was great, increased more than all before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me. Whatsoever my eye desired, I kept not from them, withheld not my heart from any joy. My heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. And I looked on all the works my hand had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, it was vanity and a vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. So I turned to behold wisdom and madness and folly. What can the man do that cometh after the king? Even that which has been already done. And I saw that wisdom excelled folly as far as light excelled darkness. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceived also that one event happened to them all. Then I said in mine heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. Why then I more wise. And I said in my heart, this is also vanity. For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever. Seeing that which is now in the days to come shall all be forgotten. How dieth the wise man? As a fool. Therefore I hated life, because the works that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all its vanity and vexation of spirit. I hated all my labor which I had taken on the sun, because I should leave it unto a man that should be after me. And who knoweth whether he should be a wise man or a fool? They shall have rule over all my labor which I have labored, wherein I have shewed myself wise under the sun. This also is vanity. Therefore I want to cause my heart to despair of all the labor which I have took under the sun. For there is a man whose labor is in wisdom and in knowledge and equity, yet to a man that hath not labored therewith he shall leave it for his portion. This also vanity and a great evil. For what hath man of all his labor and the vexation of his heart wherewith he had labored under the sun? For all his days are sorrows, and his grief, travailing grief. Yet his heart taketh not rest in the night. This also is vanity. There's nothing better for a man than he should eat and drink, that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw, that was from the hand of God. For who can eat? Or who else can hasten hereunto more than I? For God giveth to a man that is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy, but the sinner he giveth travail, to gather and to keep up, that he may give to him that is good before God. This is also vanity of vexation of spirit. To everything there is a season, and time to every purpose under heaven. Time to be born, time to die, time to plant, time to pluck up which is planted, time to kill, time to heal, time to break down, time to build up, time to weep, time to laugh, time to mourn, time to dance, time to cast away stones, time to gather stones together, time to embrace, and time to refrain from embracing. Time to get, and time to lose, time to keep, and time to cast away, time to run, time to sue, time to keep silent, time to speak, time to love, time to hate, time to war, and time of peace. What profit hath he that worketh in that wherewith he hath laboured? I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He hath made everything beautiful in its time. Also he has set the world in their hearts, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. I know that there is no good in them, but for a man to rejoice, do good in his life. Also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labour. It's gift of God. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken away from it. And God doeth it, that men shall fear before him. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And God requireth that which is past. Moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. And I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, but there is a time for every purpose, for every work. And I said in my heart concerning the estates of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, that they might see that themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Every one befalleth them. As one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they all have one breath. That a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. All go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all return to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of a beast that goeth down with the earth? Wherefore I perceive that it is nothing better that a man should rejoice in his own works, but that is his portion. Who can bring him to see what shall be after him? So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done in the sun, and behold, the tears of as were oppressed, they had no comforter, and on the side of their oppressors they had power, but they had no comforter. So wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead, more the living which are alive. Better is he than both they which had not yet been, than to see evil work that is done under the sun. Again I consider all travail, every right work, and for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This also is vanity and a vexation of spirit, for the fool foldeth his hands together, and eateth his own flesh. Better is a handful of quietness than both hands full of travail and vexation of spirit. Then I returned and I saw vanity under the sun. For there is one alone, and there is not a second. He hath neither child nor brother, and yet there is no end of all his labor. Not his eyes satisfied with riches, neither saith he, for what do I labor, and bereave my soul of good? This also is vanity, it's a soul travail. So two are better than one, because they have a good reward for the labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, they have heat. How can one be warm alone? If one prevail against the two, shall withstand him, and three-four total is not quickly broken. So better is a poor and wise child than an old foolish king, who no longer be admonished. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. I consider all the living would walk under the sun, and with the second child shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all the people, even of all that hath before them. They also that come after them shall not rejoice in it. Surely this is vanity and a vexation of spirit. So keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give a sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, let thine heart be hasty to utter anything before God, for God is in heaven and thou on earth, let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through a multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known of a multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is he that should not vow, and that should vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore God shall be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands. For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also diverse vanities, but fear thou God. If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and the violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at that matter. For he that is higher than the highest regardeth them, they be higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. king himself is served by the field. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase is also with vanity. When goods increase to eat them. And what good is there to the owners of saving the beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. There is a sore evil, which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their own hurt. For those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. And as he came forth out of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came. He shall take nothing of his labor which he might carry away in his hand. And this also is a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. What profit is he that hath labored for wind? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath in his sickness. Behold, that which I have seen is going to come for him to eat, drink, to enjoy the good of all his labor that he labored under the sun all the days of his life, which God giveth him for his portion. Every man to whom God hath given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of God. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God answered him in the joy of his heart. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, this common among men, a man to whom God given riches and wealth and honor, so that he wanted nothing for his soul for all that he desired. Yet God give him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth thereof. This is vanity and evil disease. So if a man beget 100 children, and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, also that he have no burial, I say that an untimely birth is better than he. For he cometh in with vanity, and departeth in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he hath not seen the sun, nor anything. This hath more rest than the other. Yea, though he live 1,000 years twice told, yet hath he seen no good. Do not all go to one place? All the labor of man is for his mouth, and if the appetite is unfilled. For what hath the wise man more than the fool? What hath the poor that know to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This also is vanity of the spirit. That which is named already, it is known that it is man, neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Seeing that there be many things that increase vanity, what is man the better? For who knoweth what is good for a man in his life, all the days of his vain life which is spent by the shadow? For who can tell him what shall be under the sun? So a good name is better than precious ointment, and a day of death than the day of one's birth. It's better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It's better to hear the rebuke of the wise than a man to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of fools. Vanity. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient spirit better than the proud spirit. Be not hasty in thy spiritual anger, for anger resteth in the bosom of a fool. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For you don't consider wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, right? There is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is an offense, money is an offense, and the excellency of knowledge is this: the wisdom giveth life and inhabit. Consider the work of God. Who can make straight what he hath made crooked? So in the day of prosperity be joyful, in the day of adversity consider God hath set one over against the other, to the end that man shall find nothing after him. All things I have seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perished in his righteousness. There is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Be not righteous overmuch, neither make thyself overwise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Be not overmuch wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? It is good that thou shouldst take hold of this. Also from this withdraw not thine hand, for he that feareth God shall come forth to them all. Wisdom strengtheneth the wise, more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. There is not a just man upon the earth that doeth good and sinneth not. Also take no heed unto all the words that are spoken, lest I hear thy servant curse thee. For oftentimes you know in thine heart that thyself hast cursed others. For all this I approved with wisdom, and I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. That it was far off and exceedingly deep, who can find that? I apply my heart to know, to search, and to seek out wisdom, and reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness of madness. And I found out more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and his hands and bands, who pleading God shall escape from her, but the sinner is taken by her. Behold, this I found, saith the preacher, found by one to find out the account. Yet my soul seeketh, I find none. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among those have I not found. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man of earth. but they sought out many inventions. But who is as a wise man, who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. And I counsel thee to keep the king's commandments, that in the regard of the oath of God, be not hasty to go out of his sight, but stand not in evil thing, for he doeth whatever he pleases. Where the word of the king is, there is power, who may say unto him, what doest thou? And so keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. But to every purpose there is a time and judgment, and for misery of man is great upon him. For he knoweth not that which shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be? There is no man that hath power over spirit to retain spirit. Neither shall he have power in the day of death. There is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. All this I have seen and applied in my heart. Unto every work that is done under the sun, there is a time where one man ruleth over another to his own hurt. So I saw the wicked buried, who had come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the city where they had so done. This also is vanity. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know it shall be well with them that fear God, which favorable. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. There is a vanity which is done upon the earth, that there be just men unto whom it happen according to the work of the wicked. Again there be wicked men to whom it happen according to the work of the righteous. I said this also with vanity. Then I commended mirth, because a man hath no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink, and to be merry. For that abide with him of his labor, of his days, of his life, which God giveth him under the sun. When I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to see the business that is done upon the earth, for there is that neither day nor night seeth sleep with his eyes. Then I beheld all the work of God, that a man cannot find out the work that is under the sun. Because though a man labor to seek it out, he shall not find it. Yea, further, though a wise man think to know it, he shall not be able to find it. For all this I considered in my heart, even to declare all this, that the righteous and the wise and the worst are in the hand of God. No man knoweth either love or hatred by others before them. All things come alike to all. There's one event to the righteous, one to the wicked, to the good, to the clean, to the unclean, to him that sacrifices, and to him that sacrifices not. As is the good, so is the sinner, so he that sweareth, as he that feareth an oath. This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Also the heart of the sons of the men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart where they live, and after that they go to the dead. For to him that is joined to the living there is hope for. A living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead not know anything. Neither have they any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is not perished. Neither have they any more portion forever in anything that is under the sun. Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, drink thy wine with mine heart, for God now accepteth thy works. Let thy garments be white, and thy head lack no ointment. Rejoice with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of thy life, thy vanity, which he hath given thee under the sun. All the days of thy vanity, for it is the portion of this life, and in thy labor which thou takest under the sun. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might, for there is no work, no device, no knowledge, no wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So I returned, and I saw under the sun. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snares. So are the sons of men snared in evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. This wisdom have I also seen under the sun, and it seemed great unto me, that there was a little city, and few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. And there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then I said, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of the wise man are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. So wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sin destroyeth much good. Its dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savour. So doth a little folly in him that is in reputation for wisdom and honour. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left. Yea, also, when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to every one that he is a fool. And the spirit of the ruler rise up against it, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifieth great offences. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and rich sit in a low place. And the rich sit in a low place, and I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And he that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whosoever breaketh an hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Whosoever removeth stone shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaveth the wood shall be in danger thereby. Let the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, and he must put to it more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and the babbler is no better. The words of the wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool swallow up himself. The beginning of his words, the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. The fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell him what shall be after him. Who can tell him? The labor of the foolish weareth every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. So woe to the old land when the king is a child, and princes eat in the morning. Blessed art the old land when the king is a son of nobles, and princes eat in due season for strength, and not for drunkenness. By much sloth will the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth right through. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry. Money answereth all things. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought. And curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. Cast thy bread upon the water, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 or 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. If the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, he that regardeth the cloud shall not reap. As thou knowest not what is in the way of the spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of God who maketh all. So in the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thy hand. For thou knowest not whether it shall prosper, either this or that, or whether they shall both be alike good. Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many, and what cometh is vanity. Wherefore rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But know thou that for all these things God will bring into judgment. Therefore remove sorrow from thine heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity. So remember now the Creator in the days of the youth, while the evil days come not, while the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun and the light and the moon and the stars be not dark, and when the clouds return after the rain. And in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up with the voice of the bird. And the daughters of the music shall be brought low, also when they shall be afraid that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish. The grasshopper shall be a burden, and the desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. However, the silver cord be loosed, the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel be broken at the cistern. And shall the dust return to the earth as it was, the spirit shall return to God who gave it. Vanity and vanity, said the preacher, all was vanity. Moreover, because the preacher was wise, and he so taught the people knowledge, with good heed and sought out to send in order many proverbs. The preacher sought out to find acceptable words, that which was written was upright and according to truth. The words of the wise was goads, and his nails fast by the master of the assembly, which are given for one shepherd. Sunday admonition, making many books. There's no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. Let us see the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, keep his commandments, and this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, whether every secret thing, whether it be good, whether it be evil.